New sponsor, me. Okay, it's not a sponsor. It's my own new creation. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. It is the Silver Dollar Bikini. You go to silverdollarbikini.com. And basically, it's a silver dollar bikini. I have made this thing because I was driving out in the middle of nowhere back from Vegas, and I came up with this idea. I'm like, well, that make kind of investing in precious metals a little more fun than average. The issue was, how do you make a bikini out of it? And I sat there driving all the way through Kansas. I finally figured out, I had the mental thing in my mind. Spent 2 weeks buying and equipment and all this stuff and soldering and gluing and figuring it out. Used a couple girls as models. Finally got it. I got a working model, and now it's up and ready. And all it is, really, is just a silver dollar bikini. You have, how can I put it? No other way to put it. 2 silver dollars cover the nipples of the girls, and then 3 covered down below. And it's stringed up in a, what do they call it? A slingshot bikini style. So if you want, you're kind of learning, how does that work? Well, you just go to the site. Go to silverdollarbikini.com. Look at it there. We got some mannequins that showed up. I'm working on models. Yes, people, well, you know, if you had some models, yes, I'm aware of that. But I'm sure, as you are also aware of, to get pretty women to model this requires that you typically have pretty women and that they're younger. And you know that younger pretty women are about as reliable as snot in this country. So I am working on multiple avenues. And really, it's like first come, first serve. I am willing to pay. It's like whatever the girls want to say, yes, I'll do it. And they'll get back to me. But then again, this gets back to my criticism. If I was ever to be president of the United States, which wouldn't work anyway, I'd have to be dictator supreme for life, I would institute a policy of hustle. Because we could lower taxes all we want, but we got so much lethargy and sloth in this economy, and no one moves, no one shakes, no one hustles anymore. You could literally say, there's $1,000 over there. Go get it. And I think today most people would be like, oh, and they just walk to it, not thinking that if they ran, they maybe get it first or so. And if they ran faster, we'd get there before everybody else and snooker it out of them. I think most people would just go, huh? Oh, get up and walk all the way there to get the $1,000? I'll get to it. I'll procrastinate. Anyway. So yeah, it is the optimal way, I believe, to take a position in precious metals. If you're looking to invest in silver, you can always go to Miles Franklin, but if you want to make it a little more fun, I get the silver from Miles Franklin anyway, so it comes from Miles Franklin. And then I fashion it into this bikini. So if you want to take a position in precious metals, you don't want to be gouged for jewelry. Jewelry has a markup of anywhere between 300 to 500%. I looked this stuff up, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about women's fashion, how women's bodies are all different. Boobs are even different. I knew that already, but I didn't know how much women's boobs are all different. Women are laughing their asses off right now because they know this. They know how different. I didn't even know what... I knew what double D's were. I knew the higher or the more letters or the later in the alphabet that a woman's breast size was, the better. I didn't know what the number meant before it. 34 double D's. What the fuck? I don't know what that meant. Now I do. I've learned many things about women's fashion now and women's bodies, and not like in a sexual or entertaining way. A very mechanical, AutoCAD design, blueprint way, which is not as fun as just kind of getting there and messing up with them. What was I going? Now I'm thinking about tits. Anyway, so I designed it, and if you are looking, that's what I was going to say, fashion, the markup on jewelry. Jewelry, like the melt value versus what you pay for it, the melt value is like 1/3 to 1/5 the real value. So I wanted to have something where you could have a little bit of fun and not have that markup. So the markup is only about 190%, 200%. So I basically double the price of the silver, and that allows me to cover overhead, insurance, and all that, not to mention my labor. And then you get to go and have super happy fun time. See? And because silver dollars, gold coins, they just sit there. They don't do nothing. They just sit in a safe. That's all they do. Collect dust. You could look at them. Oh, they're shiny. I like holding it. Now you get to have a lot more fun. And if you need to hawk it, you don't melt it down. All you do is you take nail polish remover, you apply it to where, you'll see where the epoxy is. It's pretty obvious. There's not a lot to it. You just put a little nail polish remover there. That will get the epoxy off. You could clean it up if you want. And boom, then you got your silver coins. See? All you need is a wife or a girlfriend that's willing to wear it. And I do believe that our female listenership here in the Cappy Cap sphere, you are pro-sex, you are pro-male, and you like making your men happy. So, ladies, if you want to surprise your husband, go ahead and get the silver dollar bikini. Men, if you got your wife coming up on a birthday or something like that, it's one of those things where you're really not getting it for her. Let's just be honest. It's like, dear, I bought you an Xbox One. Here, it's the exact same. I'll be honest with you. Dear, I got you some jewelry, some precious metals. She'll be like, really? You'll be like, yeah. And then you know what? We conservatives, libertarians who want to take positions in precious metals get to have better sex and more fun and rub it in the faces of the leftists that are destroying the country and the currency. That we got better sex lives. We got hotter spouses. So go have fun. Go to silverdollarbikini.com. Take a position in precious metals without the gouging that you're going to pay for jewelry. And, yeah. And the good news is silver is antibacterial. Not that but you can clean it. You probably should clean it. I'm just saying. It's good. I'm very proud of it. I have an assembly line and everything. Make me happy. Go buy one. Oh, and to all you doubting Thomases, Jesus Christ, let me tell you about entrepreneurship here. I ain't no freaking expert. I just maybe have a little bit of expertise in it. I got all these guys. I don't think that thing's going to sell. I've had 3 people now, and once, whatever. Twice, 3 times I was like everyone say, look, you don't have to buy it. But let's be very clear about something. The worst case scenario, you know what the worst case scenario is? Nobody buys it. And then I'm left with a bunch of silver that I was probably going to buy anyway. I mean, this is like it's almost a foolproof business idea. It's not like when I worked at banking and the idiot boss I had, she wanted to lend money to these morons who wanted to have a pajama breakfast place by the U of M campus, where the collateral was going to be milk and cereal. That's spoiled. Silver doesn't spoil. What is the half-life on silver? A couple 100,000 years? A couple million years? Whatever it is. So the worst thing that happens is I'm left with a bunch of silver. Not to mention all my lost time that I went into learning how to program a website, set up the domain, register, set up my own email, which I did, which was worth it. It was worth it. Would have had to pay $2,000 to learn that from some washed-up professor with a ponytail. This, I did the YouTube thing and everything else. I was very proud of myself. And now I know I've got a skill for the rest of my life. So the hosting costs and everything, I think that sent me back like $250. So what? I lose $250 total? Those are the type of investments in companies and business ventures you want to start, where there's very little downside, only upside potential. And shoot, what, to recoup it? I think I got to sell 8 of them. I think I'll sell 8 in a year. Don't you worry. Don't you worry me. I will definitely sell. Come Valentine's Day, I just wish I came up with the idea before Valentine's Day, because then I could have capitalized on that. But we'll find out next year. Don't worry, this will still be around next year. So, if you want, go to silverdollarbikini.com. And one size fits all as long as the women are 6'2" and shorter, and 5'1" and taller. And not to be crass, you don't have really weird boobs. if let me know if you want to order one, and your wife or girlfriend or you being the female, you girls know if you have a unique body. You got to get different sizes and all that. Let me know. Maybe I could tailor order one, because it does depend on the chain cut. But for the most part, it is one size fits all. 5 silver dollar bikinis with 2 little mercury dime adjusters. silverdollarbikini.com. What else we got? Asshole Consulting. Go to